Yeah, this is not the one that got away. I'm just,
No.
I want to preface the whole thing.
You're also not the one that got away.
Almost.
So close. Maybe we'll story for another time.
It's getting warmer.
It's getting warm in here, huh? Hey, how about those chargers? Anyways, this is
The Handbag Husband.
the Handbag Husband.
International.
Yay! Paris, Jardin des Tuileries. So today, it is winding down our Hermes capades, and we are here on a chilly Sunday afternoon, relaxing, chilling, literally, with the Parisians in the way that Parisians really only know how to do, because they know how to relax. I'll tell you that. Even in the cold, and very glad that we got our Hermes gloves. There they are, yes. Putting them to good use.
They
are Saint Laurent, yes.
Something? Yeah.
And also here in front of the Eiffel Tower, in
If you
front
can
of
see,
this
it's right over here.
Egyptian obelisk, and quite frankly, where
They cannot see on the screen though, so you need to put the B-rolls in.
quite frankly, where Marie Antoinette sort of lost her head. But today, I think we want to do a video that we have not really considered before, or we
never
because it's
done
not
it.
really a factor in our Hermes capades. It's not something that I had thought about, but it is something that you all have brought up in the comments and wanted to see and wanted to do a little bit of a comparison between the prices that we see when we're doing our Hermes capades, specifically here in Europe, versus what it looks like if you were to try to get it outside of Europe, maybe secondhand or maybe even back in the United States. So today we are going to do a little bit of a comparison of the prices between the bags that we saw while we were doing our Hermes capades. We're going to talk about the differences in the prices percentage-wise and the dollar-wise, and why we think or why we don't think they're going to continue to be high, or whether they're worth that value, or I don't know, just some perspective on how that works, considering, what it takes to actually get offered
It's
one of these
basically
bags.
bag candy with price, guys.
Yes, bag candies with price. Now, of course, if you like these videos, if you like the Hermes conversation, if you like the Hermes milieu, and if you like the bag candy, new, improved with the prices, don't forget to like and subscribe, because it does really help the channel grow. And of course, we are so thankful for that.
Thank you.
Merci beaucoup. But also because it means you get notified when our newest long videos come out, when our newest short videos come out, and really everything we have on the socials, on Instagram and on YouTube, because we have new Hermes content that is great coming out every single week. All right, let's get down to those price comparisons. All right, so now before we get started, obviously, a couple things. One, this is not financial advice. Definitely not financial advice. Bad financial advice. Do not follow
Unsubscribe if you try to.
No, don't. You can't tell them to unsubscribe. I mean, you can, but don't. She didn't say that.
This is not not relationship advice,
Yeah.
not financial advice, not
She's had too many
traveling
croissants.
advice.
She's gone wild.
Not,
Yes, so there's that. Also, we have never bought secondhand. I don't know if we'll ever buy anything secondhand.
because there are risks. There are risks.
There are huge risks.
coming with
You
it.
think financial advice is bad? The risk along with doing secondhand is super risky. So
Correct.
I'm not saying you shouldn't, and I'm not saying that anyone who
This is
feels
almost
comfortable
like
doing
me.
so doing
This is
it.
almost like us window shopping.
Yes.
Looking at prices and
Yes.
analyzing the
Yes.
market.
The difference in the price and looking at the market price, like if you go to the fish food restaurant and you get crab at market price, it just kind of shows what the demand is and what the supply is, and maybe
This will
how popular
eventually,
something is.
if you think about it a little bit more, whatever reflecting in the secondhand, not secondhand, what's it called? Like the
market price.
secondary market
Yeah.
will affect of how difficult or easy that you're gonna
Yeah.
get these quarter bags
Yeah.
or bags from the boutique.
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah. So whatever. I don't know if you ever hear anyone saying Handbag Husband is recommending our whatevers.
No,
We're not.
no, we do not.
We recommend
we
nobody.
never bought from anyone.
I don't even recommend myself. So
we never bought from any secondary market, but this is just
Yeah.
let's see
Yeah.
the price,
Yeah.
compare it.
Yeah.
Just want to put that out.
Yes, of
Um,
course.
yeah.
Before we get to everything,
Before we get
so
to- yeah.
we'll make sure we get this out there
And
in the
we'll-
very beginning.
yeah.
All right, let's talk about some of the bags.
So what I'm proposing, I will take
the first bag up is one that we've actually seen multiple times across
Yes,
Europe.
yes.
We saw it in Italy, in Firenze.
But
We
is
saw
it in Rome?
We saw it in maybe in Rome. Maybe in Rome. It's been a little while at this
Yeah,
point.
yeah.
We saw it in Sev, and we also saw one in FSH.
Yes,
but
yeah.
this one specifically we saw in Sev, and
Yes.
it is the Mini Kelly Dore. And I will tell you right now, the prices for this one are
It makes sense. It
Stupendous.
makes sense. No, it's
Ridiculous.
Oh, you mean like the not from the shop?
Yes, yes. So,
Okay.
First of all, the price is 8,850 euros. Okay.
This is the tag, right? The tag.
That's right, on the tag.
from- In the glass case.
Yeah, and so to get a common denominator, if we change it to the current dollar, and yes, it changes, so it's a moving target. Just as for all of us to get perspective, it's not financial advice. Don't take this as financial advice.
If you watch this
yeah.
channel for financial advice,
Then you're in trouble.
just
You're in deep
unsubscribe.
trouble. Yeah.
Just
No, hey,
unsubscribe.
don't tell people to unsubscribe. Don't listen here. Subscribe. Just don't take it as financial advice. All right. So Mini Kelly Dore, they were asked the MSRP is 8,850 euros, and in dollars, when we translate that is $9,381. All right. So I think some basic things. Obviously, it's in a size that is very, very desirable.
It's in chef.
Yeah, it is Chev, yes.
Yes.
But it's also the Mini Kelly, which is hard to get in any color, in any design,
Sure.
at any point in time.
Yes.
It is in a brand new color, the Dore color, which we've talked about kind of extensively and maybe like, maybe don't like.
We're kind of okay. Well,
Meh. But the point is, on the secondhand market, because we averaged it out, and we took them from like legit places, so not like, not legit places, but the
What
big auction houses that you would know and trust. Like
this
the,
is not like a FacebookMarket.com. Like
yes,
it's
yes.
not.
You were not getting them off Craigslist,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Or whatever version that is around the world. So we averaged out the prices that I pulled 3 or 4 of them. It says on the secondhand price. First of all, how much do you think it is?
I pulled this one, so I already know this
Okay, so it's at $48,586. So that is a difference of $39,205 or 417%. It's a markup on the bag.
I mean, like, I guess I don't really have any feeling to this because I know I don't have a skin in the game.
Yeah.
I don't want any Mini Kelly.
Yes.
So I'm like, okay,
Yes.
whatever. It's go high.
So
Yeah.
of course it
you
seems
guys,
absurd to
you
us,
guys
yeah.
go chase those. Like
Uh-huh.
I'm okay. Like I'm not. I don't want the color. I don't want Mini Kelly.
Yeah. I mean, I think the thing is that this is not going to last. This is not a permanent price because
For
we'll look at
sure.
some of the other bags that are more kind of evergreen bags, not evergreen, maybe evergreen, but evergreen bags, and we'll see that there are prices that I think that will remain consistent. And also, when we look at some of the other bags, we'll see that there are some that have a much lower kind of percent premium, I guess you would call it,
Sure.
on the bags on the second-hand market.
Yeah.
But this bag, obviously, at 417% or thereabouts, my math is never perfect, so whatever.
Even you use
So-
spreadsheet.
the machine lie. The point being is that this is hyperinflated
No,
because of
it
the
just
time
came
frame.
out. It just came out. Everything new.
Yes.
It's very limited.
Yes.
Whatever's
Yes.
available around.
Yes.
So makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
So I get it. I would say that if you are in love with this bag, which I'm
Just
not,
wait.
but if you are, wait it out, and I
or
mean,
buy a normal Mini Kelly and paint it. Get, it
get
paint.
some spray paint,
Dude,
like the robot
seriously.
guys out
Like,
here.
It doesn't. Were you saying like 40,000 different? 30,000,
Yeah, it is a difference
40,000?
of 39,000.
40,000. So
205
40,000
yes,
difference. Yeah, just spray paint it, man. Like you can buy maybe 2
Yeah.
Mini Kellys.
Yeah.
Spray paint them.
Yeah,
And then
and
call it
again,
a
this is
day.
not going to be a bag like you're going to pass down to your grandchildren. They'll be like, "Why? What was wrong with you in 2020, whatever?" Right? Like,
Someone probably said the same thing to their mom.
oh
in
sure,
2000.
right? Yeah. I mean,
2000 was
if you
a thing.
ever,
Yes, for sure.
yes. The 2000, yes, it was a thing. So, I think this one is the highest difference in secondhand to firsthand price that we're gonna see. But I think it's also gonna be the biggest loser a year down the road, 2 years down the road, if you're trying to secondhand price it, right? And again, the prices are not that important to me as far as what they're actually worth, but they are an indicator of how popular they are and an indicator of how difficult it might be able to get, right? Because I guess the other side of this would be for Mini Kelly, back in the U.S., what is the spend ratio, right?
yeah.
In Beverly Hills, it might be 4 to 5 to 1. So you're kind of butting up against it, right?
I feel like you probably, maybe my guess, it would be maybe it's the same ratio,
Yeah.
but you need lots of juice with your SA.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes.
Just,
I mean, it could
this
be.
is just guess.
But I mean, that is a consideration, right? Thinking about, okay, well, yes, it is 400% more.
No, my point is like when it's gonna come in, since it's very new, who's
Yes.
gonna has it?
Yes.
Yeah, obviously, if it's gonna be, it's Beverly who's gonna get it.
Yes.
Yeah, Topanga's
It's Topanga.
not-
Sorry, Topanga.
Topanga's not
I
gonna
love you,
get
Topanga, but, you know.
Yeah, but no, but
we know where we
no,
stand.
this is
Yeah.
like we try to be realistic, right? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, it's a 4-to-1 spend. It's basically the same, right?
Yeah.
There is a consideration for that.
Yeah.
So if it was 4 to 5 to 1, I don't think it's worth it, right? Or any bag, really. If we're trying to weigh it out, and it was something that you actually did like,
Sure.
How would you weigh that out in your decision-making process?
If it were this bag specifically?
No, but a bag that you wanted that happened to be a mini Kelly.
Oh, 4?
Yeah.
No. No. That's basically 2 trips to Europe
Yeah.
for the bag that I don't want. you
Yeah.
know? For the bag, not don't want. Like for the bag that is not quite
Mm-hmm.
my, like fit my spec.
Let me get the video of you, baby boo. Wait for it.
No. Oh, super spy.
Oh, you're so beautiful, baby boo. All right, so to go from the sublime more back to the subtle and realistic, kind of very achievable goals, is one that we saw in the window in Firenze, which was an Evelyne 16. And I will say that Evelyne is much more popular. I feel so bad because in the past I was like, oh, no one wears Evelynes in Europe. Everyone's wearing
this
Evelynes
trip, yeah,
in Europe.
everyone.
Everybody who's anybody is wearing Evelynes in Europe. And
Like if you guys remember, we
yeah.
were saying like, oh, we saw so many Lindy
Yeah.
in Hong Kong.
Yes.
This trip is
yes.
Evelyne.
Also, we
Evelyne,
see lots of
Evelyne.
Hong Kong Lindies here.
I think so,
We do.
yes, yeah.
Yes, we do. But yeah, there's the Evelyne. Maybe it has made a resurgence. Maybe I just started noticing it. I don't know, but they are here and there and everywhere and yonder. But the one we saw was at 1,660 euros in Firenze, in the window on the horse, ironically, as a saddlebag, putting that at a U.S. MSRP price at $1,759, and then at the average secondhand price at $4,337. So that means that there's a difference in dollars of $2,577.
So a little bit, almost to 100%.
Almost 100%. Almost
Okay,
almost a 2 to
100%.
1, essentially.
Yeah.
Essentially what it would be.
This one, I'm gonna flat out say it's not worth it buying secondhand. I feel like Evelyne, you probably be able to chance it and go in and get like no pre-spend.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So this one,
Yeah.
100%, like double the price.
Yeah.
I don't think it's worth it.
Especially here. I mean, especially here, we have been offered Evelyne level tier bags.
I think so,
In
yeah.
almost every boutique.
Yeah.
In almost every boutique. So if you are an Evelynisti, then I think it's definitely a very achievable goal
sure,
here.
yeah.
You may not get it at every single one, but if you hit the ones that we've hit, right?
I feel like you try enough, and then like, obviously like Evelyne is like a entry level.
Yes.
I don't think you should. Yeah.
Also-
or it may be even on the way to your like when you are waiting for your quarterback.
Yes. Yes.
SM might try
Yeah.
to like
Lure you away. Oh, an amuse bouche.
Amuse-bouche, yeah. It's like, hey, how about this one? I
Yeah.
feel like it's very
Yeah.
achievable.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
this one.
Yeah.
To me, a flat no. Do
Yeah.
not buy a secondhand.
Don't do it.
No,
Stand
not
strong.
secondhand,
Stand
but
strong. Hold
secondary
strong.
Market? What you call secondary
On
market?
the
It's not-
secondary market, I think, first of all, I think these get used. I think these get used extraordinarily fast. Like if someone's using them, I feel like they get wear and tear much faster than other bags.
Most of the stuff that we pull is basically like new with tag, brand
Yeah.
new with tag.
Yeah.
So yeah, that with the border price, not worth
Oh,
it.
yeah, still not worth it. Still not worth it. It's very achievable.
Correct.
Maybe if you were in some parts of the world, maybe, but here, I definitely not worth it.
And sometimes this one actually pops up on the website, guys. So
Yeah, in the U.S. for sure, you
Yes,
see it.
yeah.
You see it relatively often
Correct.
if you get there early and you can beat
Yeah.
the bots. Beat the
All right.
bots. All right, next up is a bag that I oohed on, and I think that it has its own kind of place, which is a Birkin Cargo. And this one was at FSH this last time that we went, and it's in the mixed leather and
Yep.
canvas,
Yeah.
and it has like all kinds of pockets.
like if you have your Starbucks drink, or
Yes,
like if you
yes.
like I don't know, like what
I
else?
mean, I like it, but I also don't like it, and we can talk about that probably in a different
I
video
feel like
about the love or not.
I actually
love.
I don't know much about this bag because I think it's not symmetrical, and I'm like
It's asymmetrical.
and-
Yeah.
I always freaks out about
Yeah.
like things that's not symmetrical.
And they have They have
No.
two versions of it. Like, there's one with a long pocket, one with a thick pocket.
And my point is like, if it were maybe if it has a Velcro and you can like take parts.
Velcro?
I don't know.
Get out of here.
maybe
I'm not
and
gonna tell her I say
not
you said
probably
that because
Velcro, but,
that is gonna get you in
some sort-
trouble.
Maybe you could with the snap on, snap
Velcro?
off. I don't know. But like maybe you can remove and then I don't know.
Oh, I
Maybe
see.
that-
Like
may-
you could
those
attach
parts,
the.
yes.
No.
Maybe I might like it more
Yeah.
than just
Yeah.
because the drink. I mean,
Anyways,
it's
let's-
a drink holder.
Let me get to the price. Let me get to the price. Let me get to the price. Let me
It's
get to
a
the price.
drink holder that freaks me out. It's like dangling.
Yeah, it's like- all right, so the price on it is at 20,100 euros, which is kind of a lot. Not by far the most we're going to get to, by the way.
I mean, the extra leather on the.
Yeah, I think it's more of just like the novelty of it is what
Sure,
you're
sure,
what
sure.
they're paying for. The MSRP is $21,306 US when we translate that to dollars, and the secondhand price is at $41,296, which means a difference of $19,990 or
So double.
93.82%, which actually percent-wise is not that bad.
So double
Yeah,
the price.
it is, despite being considerably more unique and more rare than the Evelyne.
Yeah.
It holds the same premium essentially. The price is much higher, obviously,
The
but
gap
the
of the
premium,
price, yeah,
the
dollar.
the percentage difference is basically still one to one, essentially, right?
I mean, you need to think about
2 to
like
1.
it's very niche. Who's gonna use this bag?
I mean, they're more statement pieces,
Like
right?
maybe soccer mom or like this
Or
is
soccer
for-
players.
or
Yeah.
like this is gonna be a gift for my boyfriend, husband. You know,
Yeah.
those or like who? It's not everyone. Like, I'm not into this one.
Yes, I agree. I'm also not into it either. I like the classic feel. I like the leather feel. Maybe as a second, if after I get the Voyage and after I get the Hack, then maybe this would be kind of an interesting halfway point between the two. But at $20,100, there's probably other things I would rather spend that money on.
You mean 40?
Or 40? Yes, at the double the price,
at
or even
double the
20,
price.
2,100
Even at the-
euros
And
in
this
the
one,
store. I think
I
there's
feel
other
like
things.
this one. What do you think of the spend ratio in the US would be for this one?
Ooh, it's probably. Actually, it's probably not. It's
That
probably not
high.
because we've been offered the Hack
The
with
Hack,
the
yeah.
with
The-
the
the
clochette
tan, yeah.
tattoos, right? The little like drawing of the
The
clochettes.
shadow of the
The
clochette,
shadow
yeah.
clochette. I don't know what the actual name of it is. We've been offered that, and our spend was at that time maybe 2 to 1.
Yeah, 2 to 1.
Maybe, but the thing is, that it doesn't really affect our spend. It's not a bag
Yeah.
that would count against
Yeah.
our quota. It's not a
Correct.
bag that would count against that. So I don't know. I think It's too. It's almost too military-ish
if
with me. The
you
material.
tell the SAS like, hey, if you have this one, I'd be interested in.
Yeah,
That might be, yeah.
If you had enough sway with your SA, right?
think
Maybe you don't
so.
need to have an
Yeah.
official spend, but if you have enough juice with your SA, they could probably just call it down from
I
wherever
think
Hermes
so.
is hiding them.
Or even maybe random store that you go in,
Yeah.
they need to push this back out.
Yeah.
Would you like this? Maybe, right?
Although I do think that the spend ratio will probably stay. I don't think there's much room for it to go down even
Yeah.
over time.
Yeah.
Just because I don't think they make many of these.
True.
So if you want one, like we're having with the other problem with the other big bags, if you want one,
Yeah.
they're not quotas and they're not rare. It's just they don't make many of them.
Sure.
And so
Yeah.
you gotta wait for one to show up, or one to come into the country, or one to be ordered by your SAs.
Yeah.
Oh Dieu, oh Dieu, les ramène en séjour.
All right, next up is one that I think is good news for you, because it is for those folks who like oddities, right? Who like some of the bags that are a little off the beaten path, which was a
I don't beat my bar.
is the Bolide on wheels. We saw this one. We saw.
I really want this
yes,
one.
Yes, it
I
was very
want
cool.
this.
And we saw it at LAX with the little trailer as well, the little mini, the Bolide with the mini Bolide. But this one we saw at Sev, and it was posted at 13,000 euros, which comes out to a US MSRP at $13,780. And on secondhand price was at $23,746. Which ultimately means there's a $9,966 difference, or a 72.33%, which is I think the lowest percentage difference.
But
that we've
again,
seen.
this is not Birkin, Kelly, Constance. I think you need to think about that too. You know.
that's fair.
Yeah. And who would want this bag?
I mean, someone who's really smart and beautiful, obviously, duh, who has good choices in husbands, is who I would recommend for this. Although I do wonder, what if they made a Kelly on wheels? What do you think that? I mean, that price would be.
Oh yeah.
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 But they would have the doll, so I mean, you don't want to. You wouldn't. I mean, you could do a Kelly doll on wheels, but that's why I don't make Hermes bags, because it would just turn into a monstrosity. So I don't know. What do you? I mean, so as someone who actually is interested in this bag, what do you think of the difference in the spend or the price ratio?
I think I would like to have one, and I'm okay of waiting.
I
If
agree
if let me think about
because
it.
this one will come. There's no question about
Yeah,
whether or
it
not it'll
will,
come.
and
Yeah.
I'm not in a hurry. I guess let's say how low of the price it would be till I was like, you know what, let's get it. Probably maybe at, so you say 9,000 different.
Yeah.
I would say maybe
So 10,000.
4,000.
4,000 difference.
Yeah, 4,000 different. So it would be
Instead of just picking up when we happen to be in country
yeah.
on our visits or whatever on
But
escapade.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'm not, again,
Yeah.
I'm not in a hurry. I know, like, eventually I will get one.
Yeah.
When, I don't know. That's fine.
Yeah.
If I don't get one, also fine too, you know.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's something that I think it's something we're eventually going to get no matter what. It's just a matter of when.
Because I know
and-
sometimes in European website, it pops up.
That's right. And in Asia too.
Yeah.
The Asian one for sure.
Just the
pops up.
US that doesn't pop up because
Yeah.
everyone wants one.
Because
Yeah.
we love cars in America.
Shouldn't it be Germany?
Nah, I don't know. I don't know what Germans like.
Or Japanese cars?
Oh, we like Japanese cars too.
Or like Ferraris?
Oh, Ferrari. Now we're
Ferraris.
speaking
Go
my
vroom,
language.
vroom.
All right, so next up is one that is probably the most popular bag on this list. And I think we're going to see that reflected in the secondhand price.
And if you guys watch the video of the quarterback, was it this one?
Oh, yes.
The quarterback
Yes.
that I say no to. This is
Yeah.
the bag, guys.
Yeah, yeah.
This is not. Yeah, this is not the one that got away. I'm just.
No.
I want to preface
Yeah.
the whole thing.
You're also not the one that got away.
Almost.
So close. Maybe we'll story for another time.
getting warmer.
It's getting warm in here, huh? Hey, how about those chargers? Anyways, so yes, this is one that is most definitely the most popular. Is the most popular bag, and you know the thing is, the realization we had walking around here, especially within the Hermes bubble, right, is that it is so popular. It is so popular almost to the point that it becomes passé. And maybe wherever folks
It's
are coming
almost
from,
put me off these days.
yes,
Because it has been.
we see it everywhere all the time.
It has been, what's it, 3 years, 4 years now since I got offered this one?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's still, people still.
It's a beautiful bag. Don't get
No.
Wait, let me tell you what it is
It's-
first. of all.
okay.
So it is a Birkin gold on gold. We saw it at FSH. It was $10,200 euros. What they were at 10,200 euros. What they were asking for.
Euro.
Ew.
No, I'm talking about food. I'm kind of hungry.
Yes. And that comes out to $10,812 in US dollars. The secondhand price on it is at $29,595 or an $18,783 difference or 173%. So this is one of those situations where I think that premium will stay the same probably in perpetuity. In perpetuity. No one's gonna back off from this bag because it is so popular.
Just to add, this is either Togo or Clemens. I don't know.
Oh yeah, it was in Clemens.
This is not like this is
Yeah.
not Bernier. Like this is not
No,
like the
yeah.
the Hermes
It's gold,
leather.
but it's not
yeah,
Bernier.
Yeah, correct.
Yes,
Just
yes,
add because
yes.
the leather will change the
Yes,
price.
oh, absolutely.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
So this is regular. Like this is like the
So-
basic. Yeah.
But as basic as it is still so beautiful, right? It is such a
it's
beautiful
double.
bag.
So it's how many percent markup?
173%,
Got it.
which is what
173.
173% markup.
Oh, because it's 29,000.
Yes. So 10,000 euros, $29,000.
Obviously, I feel like I can see. I see it like lower than that, but maybe because it's not
This is
brand new.
average. This is averaged out.
Maybe it's not like
Yeah.
brand new, like with everything. Like
Yeah.
there might be slightly
Yeah.
used, or you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's popular. What you're gonna do? It's basically like the Rolex GMT would
Yes.
beer, or like
Yes.
you know, like it's basically that.
Yes, definitely. It is definitely the GMT.
It's
of
not
Hermes bags.
Daytona. It's just
No.
GMT.
No. Yeah.
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 I don't know what else to say.
I mean, I think one, like I said, I think the difference. Yes, the Mini Kelly Dore is 400% or whatever.
Yeah.
This one's 200%, but I don't think this is ever going to change. I think it's going to stay 217% or whatever. 173%.
Might soften a little bit.
This is going to be the last bag that softens.
What about the non-black? Like Kelly, like 25 black.
I still think this one. I mean, on par with it, right? Fine. I think it's on
Like a
par.
super-
Yeah.
basic,
Yeah.
classic ones. Those are gonna stay. Yeah.
But the gold and gold is so beautiful. But like I said, it's so common, but it's also so popular. I don't think it matters how many they make of these. I don't think it matters, where the world is at. I think that
What
people
if-
are always going to love the gold and gold.
Would you take?
Birkin.
So this one, let's say this one is 173% markup.
Yes. Yeah.
If it were to be a shy color,
Oh.
would
No.
you take it at 173%?
Would I?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the chai color.
At 170,
Oh.
73% markup.
I mean, it's gonna be. I mean, if you take the spend, that's at a minimum 2-to-1, depending on where you're at. I guess if you're in Europe and you do a 1.5-to-1, then yeah, I would. Like if we went to an SA and they gave it to us after a 1.5 spend, I would take that.
Got it.
173, no.
Got it.
1.7 to 1.
Even though
no.
it's not gold color.
Well,
That's
yeah,
what I'm saying.
yeah.
If it's a
I
chai,
like
it's
chai.
like,
I like chai. I really like
it's
the chai
not the
color.
same. It's
no,
not.
it's
Or
not
like
the
mustard
same.
color.
I think that's
or
the
like,
point, that it's not the same.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think that if you want what is the word for it? The shibboleth. If you want the shibboleth of Hermes,
Sure.
like the sign that you are an Hermesisti,
Sure.
you got to have the gold and gold. No one who has a serious Hermes lover doesn't have something that's gold and gold.
I don't.
Almost no one who's a but
I
you-
have a picture with it.
Yes,
I got
yes,
it. I got
yes,
offered.
Yes. Okay, that's fair
That.
enough. Okay.
And I say
fine.
no,
Yeah.
but I don't have it.
And it was the right choice. Check out our tough choices video. I don't know if it's out now from last time we went to FS, or a couple times ago when we went to FSH,
I think
and we were
couple
lucky
times,
enough to get an appointment. But yeah, I think that is definitely a consideration. It's always going to be more.
I feel like maybe I'll get it when I'm 50. Like
This-
it's gonna long pause on gold and gold for me.
I mean,
for me,
I ironically like gold, like actual gold.
yeah.
Right. This one is a bag that I think you could hold on to, and it'll
yeah,
just
yeah.
continue to appreciate
I
at
think
a
so.
steady rate.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
It may never go astronomical, unlike the fake gold, the D'Oro gold, but the actual gold on gold is basically
Even
Hermes
it's brown,
gold.
but it's
yeah,
gold
yeah,
brown.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
basically equatable to gold.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Do you think this one, if it were in the U.S., what's the percentage and what's
Dude.
what's the wait time? No, it's not.
dumb.
It's
Both
not
of them are
just,
dumb.
It's not just the wait. It's not just the spend. But it's the wait time
yeah,
too.
it's dumb. It's gonna be a dumb amount, like something stupid. Like this
I
is
think
this is a 5-to-1.
guys, but like just letting you know, these are all theories. We don't know.
Wild,
It's just, we don't know.
Wild speculation.
Educated guess.
Not even barely educated. Like 11th grade maybe.
Remember, yeah.
Yeah, educated. But yeah, I think it'd be dumb. I think the late of time you'd have to wait and the amount of spend you'd have to have is so high and astronomical. You might as well just go somewhere. You might as well just travel the world, escapading for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last night in Paris. For this year.
Next up is another one that is, I think I included this one because it does show what the difference in the premium is for the difference in bag. And again, I don't know if it equates specifically to popularity or demand, but I mean, I have a suspicion that it equates to popularity or demand, or maybe just the supplies are different, or I don't know. This one we saw at
You picked this one.
yes, at FSH was a Constance in a Swift in orange with gold hardware. And they were asking 7,900 euro.
The mini
Yes, the
Constance,
mini
yeah.
Constance, which comes out to a US dollar amount of 8,374 MSRP. The secondhand price, $14,500, kind of a lot still,
No, I don't think so.
which is a difference in dollars of $6,126. And this one is also 73%. So the other one was 72.33. This one is 73.16%.
I don't think this is high for
Yeah.
a really for the bag that some store consider as quota bag.
Yeah, it depends on where you go.
Correct.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I'm using US as
Oh, yeah.
the bar
Yeah.
to pass.
Yeah.
Like, to climb, to climb above,
Yes,
climb under,
the
I
wall.
don't know. Like
Yeah,
shoot
the fortress
yeah.
Hermes.
So to
Yeah.
me, this one kind of makes sense.
Yeah. It is very reasonable, I think. I think it's a very reasonable amount.
Yeah, and this, guys, and then don't forget, this is the average, meaning there's a lower than this, and there's a higher
yes,
than
of course,
this.
Of
So,
course, yeah.
you know.
I think with the Constance where the spend comes in is if it meets what you're looking for.
Correct.
Right? Because the Constance come in some pretty wild configurations.
we also say no to the constant box.
Yes.
in
As the
black.
amuse-bouche.
Yes,
Yes.
that's
Yeah.
our amuse-bouche.
Yeah.
So to me, it was not worth what I'm trying to get. And
But
then,
for those folks who are super into Constance, though, because there are people who are
Yes,
like, I'm a
yes,
Constance.
yeah.
I am slay me Constance, right?
no, I feel like there's some people that's like their personality. This is perfect for
Perfect,
them.
perfect.
It's just not quite for me.
Ironically,
I have,
people named
I already
Constance.
have one, and I don't see
Yeah.
of getting another one in the mini,
Yeah.
I might eventually get the bigger
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
But not right now.
No,
yeah.
my point though is that if you get the ones that are kind of in a wild configuration that are hard to find,
probably could be a bit
there,
cheaper,
there might
too.
be a different. They will likely be cheaper, and they might be more difficult to find.
Correct.
Right. So if you could find them even at the secondhand price, it might be easier because they only make a few, and they're sometimes in wild. And if it vibrates with your soul,
Yeah.
then you should definitely get it.
Yeah.
For sure. All right, next up is one that I think is interesting, and again, we see it time over time. Bags that are interesting oftentimes have a lower overall premium on them. I think in comparison to the same version, the boring versions of the same bag. I think that sometimes we think as special editions are really, really special, and they are. But I think one of the realizations is that something that's super special sometimes isn't as valuable as something that is just kind of plain black with gold hardware, you know?
Sure.
And this is an example of that.
Would you say it's almost the same thing as like a
Some of the Ferraris, some of the cars, some of the watches.
double-sided, like the same sided coin, like like the coin that they trace.
No, I mean those are errors from the mint, right? But I'm saying like if you get a Rolex that has like a Domino's logo on it or something, right? Or
Sure.
some super specific company logo or family logo. Is it cool? Yeah, it's cool, but is it going to be worth more unless you are Jean-Paul Gaultier? No, unless you are someone who's somebody. Like you get Muhammad Ali's, fine. But, if you get Joe Schmo's, then, it doesn't have the value to it. So, anyways, the one that we saw, and it did catch my eye, is a mini Kelly Casaque.
I don't
Casaque?
even try.
It's a two-colored, but it's not the one that's like one color and then the sangles are colored. It's
split.
like actually split half and half, kind of two-face color.
I think the inside is like another color.
It might be.
Yeah.
It might be. We couldn't see because it was behind the glass. Don't touch. Not for us. But it was offered at 9,000 euros at FSH, which translates to US dollars of $9,540. The second-hand price is the one I could find. And again, one of these ones are super special. The prices are all over the place. They're wild. Because I don't think anyone knows what the actual second-hand price on these are. But we averaged out $26,576.50. So it's a difference on average in $17,036 or 178%, 0.58%. So 179%, we'll call it.
I guess interestingly, the number is the percentage of the markup. It's pretty consistent.
Yes,
like
but
170.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Yes. If we were to plot them on the chart,
or like 80%. That's very interesting.
Yes. It seems like it's almost like they're putting them into groups and saying these bags are a 170. This one is a 200.
Yeah.
This one is
Yeah.
This one is off the chart. Let's get
It's
the most.
AKA like 2.5,
Yeah.
1 point. Like,
But also, when we think about the big auction houses where I'm pulling a lot of these from, they have huge amounts of historic data
Sure.
on how much these bags
Sure.
were previously sold for and what the adjustments in price for over time and
Yeah.
inflation
Yeah.
are going to be. So, I think they obviously are they are literally the smart money on it. So yeah, but I think this percentage wise is probably is not correct. I think maybe that's what they're asking. But
You said this is too high.
It's too high. I think
Yeah.
this is what they're asking, but I don't think anyone's gonna do it.
because it's not like classic enough. It's
Correct.
too
Our experience has
playful.
been that oftentimes you can get these kind of exotic in design or
Yeah.
exotic
Yeah.
even in material bags
Yeah.
much easier than you can get the standard gold on gold, black with gold hardware
But this
bags.
one is a mini Kelly.
It is a mini Kelly, right? And I think there is some adjustment for that. But I still think that getting a mini Kelly in black with gold hardware is gonna be way harder than getting this one.
I don't think so.
Really? Why do you say that?
It's limited.
Yeah.
And your store might get one
Mm-hmm.
per a year,
Yeah.
If you really want this one, it's going to be harder than a mini Kelly, like a normal, regular mini Kelly.
I don't know if I agree with that one.
And the color is not like not desirable. I'm double negative here.
I mean, I guess the problem with having multiple colors is you have to like all the colors, right?
Yeah,
If you have just black, it's easy. You're like, I like black, I don't like black. I like gold, I don't like gold.
Pink, red with red.
Yes,
So
correct.
it makes sense.
But if you like one color, you don't like the other. Now you're 50% out, right? Or 1/3 out because who knows what the
most
inside
of
is.
the women will like the red, pink, whatever.
Okay, whatever color it was, we couldn't figure out what color that one was.
Yeah.
The lighter shade. On the darker side, I think it was like a Rouge Cellier maybe or something
Yeah,
like that. I think it's priced too high, and I think that this one will probably come down. I think it'll probably come down.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, next up is another one of the kind of oddities, right? A little bit of a sideshow, and these ones actually pop up pretty frequently. We've seen them in the U.S. We've seen them in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
We've seen them across Europe as well. We saw them in Bond Street. So they're not particularly rare. I think that they're a very acquired taste. This one specifically is a Birkin Shadow that we saw at FSH. They were asking 13,200 euros, which comes out to $13,992 at today's market price. The secondhand price, $39,962. A difference in dollars of $25,970 or 185%.
185.
185%.
It's like 170,
It's around there, yeah,
180. So about. Oh, this one's too high. I don't really care.
I'm in the same boat. I mean, would you take this one or the Casaque?
Neither. I would take a Birkin, because at least it will fit something.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's in a nice leather. And, you know, the Kelly was an
price-
Epsom, which
my
is not our
price,
thing, but
what do you
really.
mean?
Not my thing.
We don't know yet. We'll soon find out. But my price, like, I'm not gonna get the locks
Yes.
for the
Yeah.
shadow.
I mean, you'll definitely get some looks though. People will be like,
I don't think I've seen the shadow in real life. Like
I've seen it
people
once.
using.
I've seen
Yeah?
it once.
Yeah.
I think we were at South Coast Plaza. I think I saw somebody with it.
The big league.
Yeah, out
The
there
big-
with the big
the
boys.
big league,
The
yeah, the
varsity
big league,
league.
yeah.
Hermes Baders in
Yeah.
California. So we saw it there, and it caught my eye.
Yeah.
I think it's very low profile. It's
What
very
color
low
was it?
profile. It was black. It was black on black.
That's nice.
Yeah,
I think
it
that
looks
would-
nice.
I think that would be
Yeah.
the only color that I would consider. Like white? No.
No.
This
No,
one,
no,
I think
no,
it's
no.
taupe. I think the color is taupe. It's
You know,
okay.
As a thought, just spitballing here.
Sure,
One
sure.
thing that it might be good for, especially in the black, maybe not this one, but in the black, or maybe in this one, this might be a very good canvas for a painted bag. This might be very good painted. It's not distracted by all the folds and all the stuff. You have a couple ridges. You might be able to do something really cool with it if you painted it. Maybe like a topographical map almost or something.
Oh, my dog.
Yes. We don't have a dog yet.
Well, my future dog.
This is what he's going to look like.
Yes.
So yeah, I think this one would be a very good canvas for that. But I think on its own, it would need something to zhuzh it up. Like it's a little too low profile for my taste.
That's why it's called shadow.
That's exactly
Duh.
why it's called shadow. That's it.
Duh. The reason why they're here. Please, sir. Please, sir. Please, sir.
All right, last up is another high dollar one. As we're getting the high dollar amounts, but again, it kind of goes along with the same thing.
It's green. I don't like
Yes,
this
it
one.
is green. And I think I believe we have seen one of these here.
Hong Kong.
We saw one in
Did you
Hong Kong.
also-
No,
Hong
we
Kong?
saw one in Rome the last time. It was in the
Was it?
glass case.
Oh yeah, because it's like the green. I was like, why so many
it
greens
was
in Rome?
green,
Yeah, I remember now. Yeah.
Which is a Birkin Touch, but this one we saw at FSH. They wanted 19,200 euros, which comes out to in dollars $20,352. And then on the price that happens afterwards,
Secondary market.
the average that we saw that I could find was $44,166, or a $23,814 difference, or 117%.
117.
117%. So basically the same.
So about
as
the double
as
ish.
yeah, it's 1.17.
So two like. Oh, so I know like, I say this before. Like I'm not a big fan of Touch.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it's like half in, half out. I'm like just. I don't like the change of like the material.
Yeah,
you know?
I get
and
that.
and I know that you were saying that like, hey, I'm kind of okay with Touch.
I kind of am okay, especially like the one with the corduroy on the bottom that we saw in Milan.
Yeah.
I'm kind of double okay with it. It feels like almost like a Victorian bag. I feel like Mary Poppins or whatever.
I
But
don't know.
yeah.
And for the price, I guess let's talk about the
Yeah.
MSRP. Was it like 18? Sorry, how much was it?
The MSRP on it was
18 something?
in euros or in dollars.
Whichever.
In euros, 19,200 euros,
So it's 20,000.
$20,352.
So normal Birkin would be like what, 12,000?
Yeah,
Are you at 8,000 for like a touch?
yeah. Touch.
A touch. To me, I'm like, not worth it.
I mean, I think the reality is, first of all, this is not anyone's first bag. This is not the first bag they get, unless it was willed to them or something.
Sure.
Right? This is not the bag that
I
you
mean-
would
I
go
mean-
in and buy. I mean, maybe
yeah,
someone
correct,
does, but
correct.
I mean, realistically, if you're at the point where they're getting offered this one, you probably have some other options that would be the first bag you get. Now, if it's your third or fourth bag, go wild. Right? Do whatever you want to do.
I mean, I think there might, obviously there are some people getting offered a touch. Because again, like
Yes.
you were saying, touch
Yes.
is not for everyone.
I don't think they even offer it that often. I think they could offer it to many people and they just decide not to. for whatever the essay's reasons are.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, because I've seen on Reddit there are people who get offered the Touch as their first bag and they accept it, and good for them, right? I mean, I admire that gumption. But I think if you're looking at it from a realistic perspective as an Hermes lover, as someone who came from the bottom and now is just
Well,
slightly
yeah.
less than the bottom, wherever we are in Paris,
I guess
I get it, right? I wouldn't be my first choice. It wouldn't be your first choice.
Well, yeah, no. I guess for the Touch, maybe, I don't know. But if it's full
Yeah.
exotic, I feel like I wouldn't have the appreciation of the brand high enough to spend that much on money. Doesn't make sense. Yeah.
Oh, you're not
So-
deep enough into the cult.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
We meet on Wednesdays.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, I get that too. Like, you got to be pretty deep in before you get. In general, for the general people
Sure.
who would buy it, I would imagine the number of people who have alternate quota bags, who when they buy that Touch bag is probably very high, right?
So, no, I'm saying like Touch maybe first bag. I think it's okay. I think because it's not, the price is not that crazily high.
And it's very achievable.
Correct.
Yeah.
But again, I said full exotic. I guess
Oh,
in
I
this
see.
case,
Yeah.
I'm referring to croc, alligator, lizard. Maybe not lizard.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a very, fair assessment of how it works, but I don't know. I like in some combinations, I like the Touch. Some combinations, I like it.
Would you pay 200? Was it 1.8? How many percent is this?
117%.
So basically 20,000 different because it's 40,000 something.
No.
Yeah.
Was that
Yeah.
what it was? Let me see here.
Yeah. Because you say the bag is 20,000. If it's double
Oh
the.
yes.
Would you?
Not the maths.
No.
No.
Exactly.
No. And you wouldn't let me. You would slide tackle me before
I
did
guess,
that.
I guess
Yeah.
if you need to recommend our people that's watching this video,
Yeah.
what's the ratio rate or percentage that you will recommend them pulling the trigger?
For this bag specifically.
Yes, the secondary market. It's just for fun. It's just
the
for fun.
117 is not a bad ratio percentage-wise, right? That's really not that bad, but the
And that's
numbers
not
are really,
correct.
really high.
Let's say what's the price?
73. I'd go with 73. I think like similar to the Bolide on. I think you would put this in the same category as Bolide on wheels, although it might be a little bit more marketable per se than the Bolide on wheels or the Elan with the feathers. I think it might be a little easier.
Oh,
to,
of course.
And Bolide.
Sis.
It might be a little easier to get rid of if you needed to hold on
like
to.
hold.
Yeah. But yeah, I think 73, 80, somewhere in between there would probably make sense. And you have an official Hermes, Kelly or Birkin or whatever your Touch is.
I still think that's still really high.
Really? Where would you put it at?
Because right now it's at 100%,
117.
or 117.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel like shouldn't go more than 30,000.
If it wasn't green, would you change?
No.
Yeah.
Because again, at first I don't like the Touch.
Yeah.
Not don't like.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of the Touch.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking like maybe 30,000 max. That's probably gonna be the price that I'm willing to.
What if it was a different Touch, like an ostrich Touch instead of a reptile Touch?
I feel like I've never seen the ostrich.
I think we've seen a couple ostrich.
I never
ones.
seen.
We saw them in FSH. I think I got footage of it somewhere from way back in the day.
No.
Yeah.
No, I
Maybe.
would not.
Oh, you wouldn't. Okay.
I would not. Yeah, I would not.
Lizard?
No.
I don't even think they do it. I don't even think they do.
It might not be big enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're quite small. All right, so there you go. That is kind of our bag candy with price comparison. You asked, and now you shall receive. And again, it wasn't something we had thought about, but I'd love to hear what your opinions are. Do you think, because adding numbers to it really makes the whole thing feel different, right? Because yes, we have an appreciation of the bags. I like the bags. We don't do anything business-wise with the bags other than hoard them and enjoy them and touch them and enjoy the leather. But there is a number associated with it, and we put that with
Not
it.
financial advice.
Yes, not financial advice.
We are
Don't
not
follow
recommend-
financial advice.
We are not recommending any
No.
secondary
No.
market
Yeah,
reseller,
yeah.
anyone.
Nothing,
This is
nothing.
just pulling
Yeah,
Google.com,
yeah.
guys. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. So yeah, we're just pulling them randomly from auctions that have happened previously and making comparison. But I think adding the number to it does give it a different feel, right? These are numbers that I had never seen before. We had not thought about it like that. But when you think about where those numbers are on the bags that we have, I think it does sort of change the dynamic. And I'm not sure that I like it. I'm not sure that I like the change in the dynamic. But ultimately, I'd like to hear what you think. Do you think that these numbers make sense? Where would you be on the percentage wise?
Or if you have, what I want to hear is, do you have any horror story buying from the secondary market? I would love to hear some dramas. Okay, maybe not.
But yeah, I mean, what do you think of the numbers? You think
Or
it's
just
fair? You think it's
so it's
priced?
just a
Yeah.
normal experience. Is
Yeah.
it like good? It's like, you
Yeah.
know what? I like it a lot because I don't have to like play the game.
Yes.
Just
Yeah.
let's go
Yeah.
secondary, like
Yeah.
one and done. Like
Yeah.
click buy now.
I mean, this also buys into my philosophy that the
Correct.
reason that the game exists is us. It's our fault.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
because the
Oh, yeah.
different. It's
Oh,
because the
yeah.
117
For
or
sure.
417%.
Yeah.
Because of that demand, that's why the game is there. It's
Oh, for
our
sure.
fault. Yeah.
Oh,
the,
yeah.
The
Yeah.
call is coming from inside the house.
Hi, it's me.
Yes. So and these are just numerical ways of expressing that, like
Yeah.
expressing love with mathematics or something. I don't know. Either way, that is our bag candy with price comparison. And let me know what you think. Put it down in the comments. And if you like these videos, if you like the Hermes conversation, if you like the Hermes milieu, and if you like the bag candies with price. Don't forget to like and subscribe because it does really help the channel grow. And of course, we are so thankful for that.
Thank you.
Thank you. But also because it means you get notified when our newest long videos come out, our newest short videos come out, and all the things we have on the socials, on Instagram and on YouTube, because we have new great Hermes content coming out every single week. So with that, from a very beautiful, very wintry feel in Jardin des Tuileries with all the Parisians, bonjour to ciao.
Bonsoir.
Bonsoir. Au revoir.
Or just wait for the inflation to go up.
Tell you what, after the end of this trip, my inflation's going up.
Guys,
These sweaters are starting to feel a lot better, I'll tell
if
you
you
what.
compare the face,
Oh,
No, my
don't do
face
it. Don't do
too.
it. How
We
will they
took
know
a
what your face looks
picture.
like? They won't know.
No.
They can compare
No.
your face.
So-
You can look compare my face.
if you compare when we were at
Yeah.
and like right now,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
man.
So svelte and ready for the trip. This is the end of the trip. We're just dragging full of croissants like a Parisian pigeon.
Is it something on your face, or it's like a feather or something?